Sarah, it's hard to believe our big day is finally here. As I'm writing this letter, my mind floods with memories we've made throughout our relationship. I remember getting butterflies when I picked you up for our first date. I remember how hard it was for us to be surrounded by others in our friend group getting married while we had to wait. And I remember how easily we meshed from date number one. Paul tells us in Romans 8, "For I consider the sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory that is to be revealed to us." While we may not understand his plan, he always works it out for those who love him. Romans 8, 27-28. I wait eagerly to see you for the first time today. I eagerly look forward to becoming your husband and you becoming my wife. Quite frankly, it's going to take some getting used to calling you my wife and not my fiancé. Today we start our life together as one. Oh, how long I have waited to say I do to you. Enjoy today because this only happens once. Soak it all in and take in every moment. I'll see you in a few hours. Love, Ryan.
Friends and family, we have gathered here today not to see a wedding, but to observe the beginning of a marriage that is built in covenant between Ryan and Sarah. Marriage is this promise of future love that endures all things. Marriage, therefore, must not be entered into lightly, for by God's word, we are commanded to hold it in honor at all times. But the one thing that I've seen over these years is this deep love that you have for one another. And this deep love was even more clearly seen is when you guys described the qualities that you saw in each other. And Sarah shared this about you, Ryan. When she thought of your leadership, she thought of this word as steadfast. That when things are crazy, you are Mr. Calm, Cool, and Collective. That at the very seat of your heart, you are a servant leader, the epitome of leadership. Ryan, you shared about Sarah, that we all know this is true, that she's the life of the party. When Sarah enters a room, you know she's there, that she has this eternal joy that's never ceasing and eternally optimistic. And most importantly, he talked about your words, that your words matter, that they're purposeful for you, because you never want to disappoint and that you're dependable.
Yeah, that's pure. You look beautiful. Sarah, I promise to always love you unconditionally. I promise to give you my support and my best at all times. I promise to lead sacrificially as the leader of our home. I promise to encourage your sense of adventure and be willing to follow along. I promise to always remain faithful for the rest of our lives. I promise to cherish you exactly as God created you and strive to meet your every need. Above all, I promise to always point you towards Jesus.
Ryan, I vow to respect you and your leadership, to give you encouragement and support in all things while honoring what you need in that moment. I commit to pray for you, our marriage, and our future family. I vow not just to hear, but to listen. I vow to remind you that you are wanted and needed, to concede my own selfishness and put your needs before my own. I promise to be aware of your need to get away from it all and go hunting and fishing. I commit to being intentional with my words, communicating clearly, and being mindful of and grateful for our differences. I vow to keep Jesus at the center of our marriage and trust his promises to us. I will always value your insight and opinion and stand with you in whatever life throws our way.
Be quick to listen. Be slow to anger. And if you do those two things, then you're going to be together for a very, very long time. And the third part of that is when you do listen, you listen for understanding. And I don't know that I've seen a young couple understand each other as well as the two of you all do. So with those words, I think, and that sounds so simple, but it's really hard to do, especially in the heat of the battle sometimes. But anyway, we wish you well and let you know that people here support you, but there are many, many more out there that do also.
Acting on the authority of the minister of the gospel, I pronounce you husband and wife. What therefore God has joined together, let no man put asunder. Right? This is your moment. You may kiss your bride. It is now my joy to present to you for the very, very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Michael Ryan Brown.